Greetings indie warriors and welcome to I Dream of Indie. My name is Ole Gamer Joe. Today we have an indie horror game. I always love getting these on the channel. The ER Patient Typhon. Perhaps not the catchiest of titles, but certainly a unique title. The ER Patient Typhon begins with the sound of sirens, and then we're introduced to our nameless female lead character lying on a medical bed. You've been operated on apparently, and some sort of horrible accident has occurred, and unfortunately this means that both of your arms have been removed. As you realize this new ER asylum is going to be your home for a while, you're introduced to a crazy doctor who is feeding you drugs. You're trying to eat whatever you can, including cheese off of mouse traps. This is a very dark and disturbing game if you can't tell. This developer's done an excellent job of creating a very heavy atmosphere, and the story does keep you intrigued. Why did you get here? Why are you being drugged? Why is all of this happening to you? You will want to push forward to try to get those answers. The ER Patient Typhon is also very easy to play. Really all you have to do is walk around and sprint in this game and solve some puzzles. There are some interactable objects scattered across this ER that help you to understand the story a little bit better and do supply some clues for some of the later puzzles. But what's cool about this is that you don't actually have to push a button or anything. You simply walk up to an interactable object and it will display on your screen. I found that this was very immersive. On the flip side of that, one thing I didn't like about the ER, and I think it was actually its weakest point in general, was the movement speed. You can't really run for a very long duration in this game as your character gets winded, and you'll hear the growling of her stomach because she's hungry, and you get dizzy too, so you have to recharge that for a while, and you're stuck in a very slow standard walking speed. This can be pretty frustrating when you have to get from one end of the hospital to the other, and I can totally understand where the developer was coming from here. They want to create a brooding, heavy, slow atmosphere, but I just feel like they could have touched up the walking speed a little bit more. As far as this game's puzzles go, they range from fairly entertaining to a little bit on the obnoxious side. Some of them were easy enough to crack, some of them required a little bit more effort, and again, due to the slow speed, that could be a bit obnoxious. There also is a little bit of a stealth element to this game. You will encounter a few monsters and other creatures and even characters that will try to kill you, and there's some hilarious death animations throughout this game. Actually, they're quite gruesome, and that can lead to you getting a lot of the achievements. But generally speaking, I found that the stealth fell rather flat. At one point I simply had to walk up to trigger a scene and then run away until I didn't hear footsteps anymore, and that was the end of that. So the stealth is pretty weak here, but some of the puzzles do have moments of brilliance, others are a little flat. Even though the overall gameplay can be a little bit of a mixed bag, the visual presentation of this game is not. This is a very atmospheric game with a wonderful art design. I felt like I was watching a hellish version of an episode of Daria or something like that. Everything except your rather ordinary, cute lead character looks like it's straight out of hell. The maniacal doctor, the strange, bizarre monsters that you come across, the other patients. They've really done an excellent job with the art design in this game. I also found a lot of the psychological trickery that's used throughout this title to be really impressive actually, and quite clever. So overall, I loved the visuals of this game and I loved the dark tone. Now, as far as sound design goes, the ER just is incredible. You're definitely going to want to slap on some headphones for this one. You'll hear lots of crazy noises in this game, things in the background, shrieks, screeches. It's a horror show indeed, and you even hear your character's stomach growling. What an attention to detail and what a phenomenal effort in terms of sound design here. Everything sounds excellent. There's not a lot of musical compositions, but there's lots of eerie synths and tones going on here. It's fantastic. While the gameplay is not a complete home run in the ER Patient Typhon, I still really recommend this one just due to its heavy atmosphere, some excellent sound design, and overall it's just a fun experience despite the fact that some of the gameplay can get on your nerves a little bit. The game will take you roughly 3 to 4 hours or so to complete, and I really enjoyed my time with it. I think that this developer has a lot of talent. If you like indie horror games, definitely put this one on your wish list or check it out.
Too slow. Down to the left. Be quick.
Oh my! What happened to your arms? You don't know? Oh, silly me. Here I sit with a big mask on my face and can't remember losing my own legs. And still I ask you my rude question.
Thanks for watching the latest video from I Dream of Indie. We'd now like to take a moment to thank our great indie warriors. We have Mitchell Hall, Kevalo, Bunny, Bill Tikaz, Christian Cruz, Strict9, Rosie Syntax, Chris Jackson, Nathan Moore, Peach, Adriana Amato, CJR, Jesse, Falco Lombardi, Wesley William Semple, and C. Coyle. Thank you for all you do for independent games and for I Dream of Indie. Everybody else, head down to the description box below. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and help us bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming.